The Patrick Bet David podcast didn't learn, apparently, from the first time they tried to expose Candace Owens, and it backfired badly. This time around, they tried to expose her again, but it also backfired pretty badly from their own audience. The PBD podcast and Candace Owens share a similar audience, so they always freak out whenever they criticize Candace Owens, especially after the last time they tried to expose Candace Owens and it backfired, because it actually turns out Candace Owens was telling the truth. They haven't been able to live that down, to be honest. This time around, they were discussing Candace Owens' latest accusations, where Candace Owens is claiming the head of state of France, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife, Brigitte Macron, who Candace Owens has done multiple documentaries on, exposing the fact that she believes that Brigitte Macron was born a man and they're hiding this from the public. She claims that they actually put a hit out on her, that they paid assassins $1.5 million to assassinate her. And she would also claim that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk was actually trained in France by special forces. Those accusations is wild. Now, when I discussed it, I said, listen, I don't know if I 100% believe this, but the one thing I'm not going to do is call her a liar. I'm going to say I'm going to wait for her to come back from her week hiatus and discuss this. Because the one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to give the infrastructure the benefit of the doubt, right? If you think I'm going to give a leader of a nation, usually most people who become president, who climb their way to the top, it's a blood sport, okay? You spill blood to get to the top of any country. Don't matter what country it is. You spill blood to get to the top of that country to be in power. So I'm not going to give a bloodthirsty head of state any benefit of the doubt, right? So I said, it sounds wild, but I'm waiting for Candace Owens to get back. Apparently, the PBD podcast can't wait for her to get back to present the proof that she promised she's going to present when she gets back, because they are already doing podcasts calling Candace Owens a big fat liar who's unhinged.
So over the weekend, the political commentator also claimed that Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, was trained by the French Legion 13th Brigade. Is this what she said? Candace Owens claimed on Monday that the French President Macron and his wife allegedly spent $1.5 million on plot to assassinate her days after she claimed the couple ordered a hit on her life.
This is the tweet they're referring to. We discussed this in our last video. Candace Owens claims that a high-ranking employee of the French government actually came to her and exposed the fact that the Macrons actually paid $1.5 million to a Canadian bank account to arrange her assassination. She would also say that that same person who told her this claimed that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. Candace was also say this was a joint operation between Israel and France.
Candace is one of the most gifted communicators out there. She's very gifted at grabbing your attention. The flip side to that may be that she's an attention-seeking, spotlight-addicted narcissist who needs your attention and gets off on all the attention. You used a crime novel, was the thing? Spy novel?
Spy novel.
It's so funny because I was watching Scooby-Doo the other day, and it made me realize that Candace is like the human podcasting version of Scooby-Doo, where, where are you? I'm going to find you. She has her whole crew, and she deputizes her audience, as Dinesh D'Souza said, and she doesn't need a mystery machine. She's got her podcast and her mic, and she's bringing Twitter receipts, and she's finding clues, and she's finding chicks with whatever she's working on. She always has the answer, and you always have to stay tuned to the next episode where she does the big reveal. And then plot twist, ruh-roh, it was Israel. All roads obviously lead to Israel, of course. Who was it? It was probably Israel. And then much like Scooby-Doo, it's like you would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling fact checkers. So to me, she's so gifted, but at the same time, when they rip the mask off people, I'm wondering, what is the mask that she's wearing? What is she hiding? Because what she's doing is not, she's either the best crime fighter the world has ever seen, or she's gaslighting everybody into believing whatever nonsense she's coming up with.
I don't ever want an enemy like Adam, man. This man is relentless in his slander, bruh. He is relentless. You would think the way Adam talks about Candace Owens that they have some type of lifelong beef or something. Well, no, that's not the case at all. Candace Owens and Adam don't get along because Candace Owens has an anti-Israel rhetoric, and that's as far as it goes. But Adam will personalize it go above and beyond to bring on certain people to slander Candace Owens. And I'll be real with Adam, bro. Like, you blame Ben Shapiro for Candace Owens now being a radical when it comes to Israel. Because Candace Owens was at some point moderate. It was only like a year ago when Candace Owens was a moderate on this Israel and Palestinian issue. And then Ben Shapiro and you guys treated her as if she was the failed art student when she had a moderate take. And now she's radical because y'all treated her like the failed art student when she was a moderate. And now she's a radical against Israel. And now you guys is reaping what you guys saw. And by you guys, I mean you content creators who were friends with her, and y'all turned y'all back on her once she became a moderate regarding Israel and wasn't sucking off Israel and Bibi every chance she got. Now Adam has personalized that particular beef, and now he does this to Candace Owens. And the reason why I'm taking Adam's word on this with a grain of salt. And I'm not even somebody who believes Candace Owens is 100% telling the truth. I think Adam is the least credible person when it comes to Candace Owens. Adam literally brought on somebody to lie and defame and slander Candace Owens. Like when Charlie Kirk passed away, Candace Owens was online grieving. Adam said, I'm going to bring on somebody to tell the world that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk weren't really that friends. They weren't really friends at all. They even lied about the last time that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk did a Turning Point event, claiming that Candace Owens hadn't seen Charlie Kirk for almost a decade. Right? Well, closer to 5 years, but you get my point.
At some point, her credibility, is going to go down the tubes because she needs to bring receipts. Bill Ackman brought receipts. How long was that tweet?
It's still going. I think
he was there in the room.
Reading it.
Andrew Colbert was there in the room. You're on the board of Turning Point?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Candace Owens?
In person?
Yeah.
2015,
Oh,
2016.
wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
When's the last time she was at a Turning Point event?
Not in many years.
Okay.
But
so let's without even being biased.
There's
Candace even involved
there's
in Charlie Kirk's life at all?
No question, proof that Candace Owens has nothing to do. She would be in a perfect world if they didn't have this. What I already know was a very quiet breakup where she got too rabbit hole for him. She would be the logical heir to the TPUSA throne, but she's not.
And now she's not even invited.
Correct. So this is so their divide is.
Wait a minute, not invited meaning
she's not even there.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not there.
One of the names.
Wait,
that
you don't think she'll be at the funeral?
No.
That's not the funeral.
The heir to
okay.
TPUSA throne.
She doesn't speak at the events anymore.
So that's just what it's so good for this to happen because you guys are watching everything that I'm saying and you can watch them lie. Eric Bowling, I just don't even get this one. How can you say that I have not spoken at a Turning Point USA conference in years when I literally went on tour with Turning Point USA on college campuses last year? Like that's just incredible. You didn't know that I went. I was on tour for Turning Point USA last year. You don't remember that happening at all.
You would think they would retire all Candace Owens topics once they made a blunder that big. You brought somebody on to lie on Candace Owens, claimed that her and Charlie Kirk were not friends. They didn't work together for years, only for the public to just do basic research and find out that Candace Owens did Turning Point USA last year. So now Adam is back, all right, with more Candace Owens discredited. Now, they even went as far, to be honest, they really had it out for her. They even went as far as to play this like pseudo-reverend, pseudo-pastor at a Turning Point event recently who claims that like Candace Owens is the devil and Candace Owens is going off on Charlie Kirk's wife. She has a vendetta against the wife because she wasn't in her place. Just a bunch of nonsense, right? Now, I'm not saying Candace Owens is like the perfect victim or Candace Owens is somebody who's 1,000% credible and never lied before. I'm just saying when it comes to something that you know so little about, when you know so little about exactly what her accusations are, you probably just want to just sit this one back, okay? Just say, you know what? It sounds unhinged. It sounds a little crazy, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and wait.
A pastor that responded to it at Turning Point USA, what do you call it? Faith. Do you have that video that I think if you go to the video from Faith, Turning Point USA Faith, I'll find it for you if you don't have it. There's a video of this. Go a little bit lower. Pastor was talking. You don't have this, Rob?
That
one right
here?
there. Yeah, if you want to play that clip, yeah. Watch this clip here. So he is at a Turning Point USA event saying this. Go ahead.
So contrary to what Candace Owens is saying, who's spending her time trying to tear down the legacy of Charlie Kirk, fighting against Erica Kirk, his wife. I mean, you have to be cruel and demonic to insinuate the things that she has insinuated over the past several weeks. She's evil. That's what it is. And a big hand clap goes there. Don't get shy on me tonight. I ain't the one. I came too far to play around. It's evil. It's corrupt. It should not take place. She sounds like a jaded person who wish they were in the role that Charlie Kirk's wife is in, but she isn't.
What does that mean?
And so therefore she seeks to tear down his legacy. And at some point, her husband is going to have to walk into that podcast room and start unplugging cords.
Yep.
I mean, by now I would have already done it if it was my wife. I'm yanking cords. I'm shutting down the camera, shut down the ATEM. Sweetie, get up, get out of this room, and can you please help out with the kids? Because this is a dastardly deed that is being done. I thought that the greatest foe that we would have to contend with after the assassination of Charlie Kirk would be the left. But sadly, it's friendly fire from the right.
I think it's absurd, and it's kind of telling of your particular agenda and narrative. If you're calling somebody an enemy for asking questions, if you're calling somebody an enemy of Charlie Kirk because they care about Charlie Kirk so much, they're doing all this research, putting together their own investigation and simply asking questions like, why was an Egyptian plane following Erica Kirk around the world for the last year? Calling her an enemy for simply asking, why did a plane from Egypt have the exact same routes as every Erica Kirk traveling itinerary for the last year? Or even like them calling her a liar until it was proven she wasn't a liar. Y'all remember when she did like a podcast and said, hold on, Charlie Kirk was under intense pressure and threats from sponsors because he was leaning towards the middle. He was leaning as a moderate in regards to Israel issues. And they call her a liar until it got proven, oh no, she was not lying. They knew she wasn't lying because I think Andrew Kovic, he released the messages that Charlie Kirk was expressing, you know, his issues with the threat and the pressure. He released those messages to the FBI after Charlie Kirk passed away. Why would you release those messages to the FBI of Charlie Kirk talking about there's pressure on him and there's threats from sponsors about pulling certain funds for him having a moderate stance on a particular issue? Why would you release those messages to the FBI if you ain't believe that those messages could very well lead to unraveling this entire Charlie Kirk's murder mystery? More suspiciously, they lied about the messages even existed. At the time, Candace Owens was only told about it. She didn't have the messages. It wasn't until she got the messages that everybody stopped lying and pretending it didn't exist. So to call her an enemy for asking questions about a series of events that's been really sus, I don't understand how she could be an enemy. I think anybody trying to paint her as an enemy in this Charlie Kirk situation, they are probably COINTELPRO, to be honest.
You think the percentages that Erica Kirk is going to sit down with Candace and do a podcast?
I don't know. We're living. Listen, I call 2025 the year of surprisses.
And
Well, we got 1 month left.
And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
I would be shocked to see any interaction between the two, because this is my opinion. Charlie and her were friends. Yes, were. I don't see any evidence that her and Erica were friends. In fact, my opinion, once Charlie got married to Erica, it was kind of like, thanks for all your efforts, friend. Further evidence, if you want to bring receipts. Everybody and their mother literally came to Charlie Kirk's funeral. Why didn't she go? What's the actual reason? Can someone provide the reason you wouldn't go to your friend's funeral? So then she goes to war against Turning Point USA. Then she literally starts questioning the integrity of Erica Kirk. I'm sorry. This is the exact opposite of how a friend operates. That to me is the most disgusting thing. Forget about what she said about Israel and Jews and BLM and liberals. This is friendship stuff. This is friendship stuff. the most valuable currency you have are the relationships you have, your friends. In my opinion, she's burned every bridge she's ever been associated with. Whether that's Turning Point USA, whether that's the Daily Wire, whether that's PragerU, Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder. I don't know what's going on even in this room, but it's not like we're loving what she's doing these days. I'm asking you a serious question. Who are her friends at this point?
Well,
To
I
me,
do
she's
think she
very
has friends.
lonely.
No, I think she's very close with Tucker. I do think she has a group
How many
of
more
friends.
can you name, though? Because she's losing people like Tim Pool. She's losing people like Steven Crowder.
We live in two different universes, okay? You having less celebrity friends is actually my barometer for your honesty, because usually honesty don't get you far in this industry, to be honest. And her losing friends like Tim Pool, yeah, to me, that's actually a good sign that she's telling the truth, okay? But I don't know, man. This dude just has it out for Candace Owens. Now, Candace Owens responded back to Adam and the PBD podcast, and it don't look like she's too bothered, to be honest. In response to Adam, Candace Owens wrote, we are reaching new levels of Zionist tears. Do famous people even like you? Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. Yeah, bro. The world that I live in, man, famous people not liking you is actually a sign of, like, you're actually an honest person. Like, famous people don't like honest people. And Candace Owens responds to the particular pastor who essentially called her an enemy of Charlie Kirk at this TPUSA event. She responded back, TPUSA, faith coming to a city near you. God wants you to clap for me. Oh, my God. Candace Owens' response was harsh, right? It kind of owned them, but their comment section was even worse. Their comment section was even more harsh to them. Like, the comment section to me is like the litmus test. You said something that goes against your base 1,000% when everyone in your comment section is telling you, bro, like you're crazy, you're absurd. The entire comment section is just them calling them out for lying. As you can see right here, she did not say Tyler Robinson trained with the French Brigade. She said Charlie Kirk's murderer. Life's not about ratings, Pat. It's about truth and justice, right? Candace Go Max, you're lying. Patrick BD got me to the table and Adam made me leave. If Adam was familiar with Scooby-Doo, he'd know that they always follow up with clues and they always find a bad guy. He thought he ate with that one. Gaslighters, y'all are the ones gaslighting. Anyone else find their response concerning? Bruh, their entire, you can't find me not one positive thing, right? The entire comment section is like, bruh. Remember the clip she played where all the politicians say I would visit Israel first? Who is gaslighting who? The comment section, bruh, it's like, this Candace Owens hit piece really backfired against them. Like, it really backfired, bruh. And I don't know when they'll learn their lesson, bruh. Like, you're not going to convince your audience to turn on Candace Owens. It's not going to happen, right? Like, find something else better to do, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Candace Owens is telling the truth? Do y'all believe that Candace Owens is a liar and a gaslighter? Is she COINTELPRO, according to PBD? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another dope video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen. Here, or here to find out how Jussie Smollett is back with more lies and is worse than ever. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. Out of here, folks. Peace.